you love the men that are in your life because of who they are, and you have chosen the men in your life, the people with the values that you have.
Slim pickings. If you're a man in my life.
You're going to say Slim Shady. I'm like, whoa. Eminem?
If you're
especially Slim Shady. You're listening to The Pelvic Freak Show
with your hosts, Amanda Neary and Hannah Meyer. Hey, Pelvic Freaks. Welcome back to another episode of The Pelvic Freak Show.
Oh, dude, that actually got me that time. I was expecting you to say pelvic POV.
That's crazy. We'll get used to it soon.
We're your freaks for us, and we're freaks for your pelvis, baby.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's so much better.
We need to, you guys, we're The Pelvic Freak Show. Anyways, you already know.
We've always been The Pelvic Freak Show, really, at heart. What the heck?
It's going to feel so natural later.
Yeah, it will.
I don't know why I said it like that.
We're going to forget about that.
It's going to feel so natural later. Don't worry, baby.
It's going to be so smooth cruising. All
God.
right. So, decentering men.
Oh, yeah. That's what we want to talk about today. What?
It's just funny.
Oh, because it was sexual?
Yeah. Guys, it's kind of late. We don't normally record at this hour, so we're a little slap happy.
Well, listen, the term decentering men, low-key, maybe I'm out of the loop. I haven't really heard that term in full use as I have this past summer.
As much as you have this past summer?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Okay, I was like, as you have it.
In full use.
I wasn't sure if you were saying you hadn't heard it this summer or you only heard it this summer.
I have heard it before, but it is now much more on par with, more people are saying it.
Thankfully, it's trending.
So love that.
When a good thing is trending, I'm gonna zip my little lips and not saying. I'm not stopping anyone from decentering men around here.
Okay.
Let's just say that. What does it mean to decenter men? Because a lot of people are like, well, I have a boyfriend or a husband at home. How could I decenter men? And
there's ways, trust me.
You can speak on this because you have a male partner. Oh,
for sure. I think I can.
And also, everyone has to decenter men, regardless of if you have a male partner or not, because centering men is upholding the patriarchy. That's what centering men does. And you can have loving men in your life and love them and be with them and decenter men in a anti-patriarchal way, in a societal way. So that's work that everyone has to do regardless of who your partner is. And for a lot of women, especially white women, it comes with unlearning like white supremacy and doing that work about the racist history of the United States or whatever country you're living in too, because that upholds white patriarchal roots too, that comes with centering men. So all of these concepts, they all seem separate when you think of them, but everything is really related.
All you have to do is listen to Amanda talk and be like, why would I ever center men when I have this talking to me right now?
Yeah, I went to the fullest extent of decentering men.
You were giving like gender women's studies professor.
I love that because if I could go to school for anything right now, if I had the time, it would be gender studies.
That's cool.
Like I would love to add that into my repertoire of like things that I have the right language around because like I do a lot of reading and my own research and like coming out as queer last year, I dove deep into the queer community and I was like, I'm not just gay, I'm like politically queer and I want to learn the roots of that and what that means for me. And I've always felt that way, but it like resonated finally. And I was like, okay, now I understand where this was like coming from. So I am super passionate about all of these topics and I would love to go to school for that. So
you know what's cool is that we can kind of do that on this podcast.
That's so true.
There we go.
That is so true.
We'll have like plenty of guests and people and everything like that. And plenty of guests and people and everything like that.
Yeah.
But anyways,
my experience decentering men, I had to like force it out of me because I would say I'm a queer person that was like boy crazy in high school and college. Like I really kind of thought I was straight for a long time.
Dude, can I comment on that?
Yeah,
because I think that we are all conditioned that we need to be boy crazy when we're at a young age.
Totally.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The media and everything conditions us to be boy crazy.
Yeah. And it's like you do a certain sport, you look a certain way, you like interact with the right group of people and all of a sudden like you need to fit this mold, right? And at heart, I've always been a freaking theater kid. My subconscious knew from a very young age. I did not know till my 20s, late 20s. And for me, when I like first fell for a woman, because it wasn't like I was in a relationship with a man and I was like, maybe I'm attracted to women too. I like was single and I fully fell for a woman and I was like, oh shit, I am queer as hell, actually. And that came with like a lot of peace in a way, because I was like, okay, there are a lot of parts of me that like make more sense to me now. But that also came with like this shock factor of like, okay, I've only dated men. I still have men on my dating apps. Like, what do I do from here? I still think they're attractive. I'm bisexual. Like, what do I do? Should I go full force into dating women? Should I still entertain the idea of dating men? Is that decentering men for me? And what I learned in my bisexual awakening summer was that by realizing that I loved women in a romantic way, I loved men more too. Like the men that I actually connected with over the past year, I would say are some of the best guys I've ever dated. And I'm not dating a man right now, but if I were to choose a man right now, I would have a much better idea of like a male partner that would be good for me. And to me, that feels like I decentered the fucking patriarchy.
Dude, it feels so good.
Yeah.
When you don't fall for the same old tricks. When you
not those same old tricks.
And the universe will fucking throw it at you and be like, here's a man with the same old tricks. What are you going to do about it? And then when you finally are like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
It feels really good.
You know what's even worse though? Falling for a woman with the same old tricks.
Shit. You got to relearn it a whole different way.
You relearn it and it hurts more and you're like, fuck.
It's like I thought it was men the whole time, but sometimes it is personality.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
the idea of decentering men is going against the patriarchy.
We're not cutting that out.
Was that Kentucky?
That was the funniest shit you've ever said.
That was Kentucky coming out.
By jogging.
Was that you trying to do like a southern accent?
That was me trying to do whatever the hell you just did.
Was that a southern accent that I did?
I think you gagged and had a southern accent.
The fact that I think that's a southern accent.
That was good.
Says a lot. Yes. Decentering men is going against the patriarchy. Short form of that.
And being queer doesn't mean you've decentered men. I could be in a relationship with a woman and still care too much what men think or think in ways that are still patriarchal or benefit me as like a white woman in the patriarchy. I'm feminine. I'm white. I have all this privilege still. I can easily uphold patriarchal tendencies and roots and center men in a queer relationship too. So like that work has to be done regardless of who your partner is.
For me, finally accepting that I am queer and I'm bisexual and I'm attracted to women really helped me to decenter men, because to make that, to accept that part of yourself means you are decentering men. Like you are finally being like, no, he's not all that.
Yeah.
And that takes like a lot of work.
Yeah, on the very personal level of like this has been my identity.
Yes.
And you have to unlearn that.
Exactly.
And like identify a new way, even with a male partner. I honestly think that's like harder than dating women and doing it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like didn't have a choice. I was like, all right, I'm decentering men now.
Yeah.
Let's do all that work.
No, that's so true, because like I love my partner so much and he's so great. And I say this all the time. He is not like any other man I've met before in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Wow. Oh my God, he's going to listen to this and be like, ee.
I love this for you. And also we've talked about how our taste in men in general, me and you, has changed so much since our like breakups last year. And like the type of men we're into now is so different. And part of that comes with age. We're both getting older, but like we know so much more about what we need and also the things we care about.
Yeah. And the idea that you said where you like the men that are in your life, like you love the men that are in your life because of who they are, and you have chosen the men in your life, the people with the values that you have.
Slim pickings. If you're a man in my life.
You're going to say Slim Shady. I'm like, whoa. Eminem?
If you're
Especially Slim Shady.
listen, if you're a man in my life, there are very few of you, and you're welcome. That's all I gotta say.
And Slim Shady is welcome too.
And you're a good person. You and Slim Shady can stay.
No, literally. But what I'm saying,
I can interrupt you to say Slim Shady.
don't forget about Slim Shady. I don't even know what Slim Shady means.
It's Eminem's nickname.
Okay, that's what his nickname is. That
Yeah.
That's what I thought, but I didn't know if there was like some other lore.
No,
Just a nickname.
just a nickname. God. Anyway.
I forget what I was just gonna say.
Oh, speaking of decentering men, Gap commercial?
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, I watched it.
The cat's eye Gap. What did we think about the Sydney Sweeney one?
Oh, bad stuff.
Yeah. That was the ultimate power move. Like what Gap was doing there, if we really want to go into it, they fucking like blew that shit out of the water.
Mm-hmm. They really did. It was a good comeback. Someone commented on the Gap one and they were like, which I'm not making light of the criticism of the Sydney Sweeney one. I think there is like a real problem with like the way that was handled. But
oh yeah.
The comment on the Gap one was like, I can't wait to tell my future children about the 2025 denim wars. And I was like cracking up a little
so
bit.
funny.
And I'm like,
well, like if we think about like, I mean, with rebranding our podcast and everything, I know how much goes into producing something.
mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking of like all the people that work for Gap and like marketing and like social media marketing and like all that and like all the minds that went into creation of this commercial and how many people were like, no, we got to make like a social stand. Like not only are we going to go like backlash this AE American Eagle commercial, but we're going to do a very diverse group of individuals and all women and have some badass choreo and fucking own it.
Mm-hmm. They fucking slayed.
Yeah.
Also, when you think about how much work goes into it, like how many minds had to approve the Sydney Sweeney one?
Dude, that fucks me up. Don't tell me that.
That like
No,
kept
for
me up
real.
at night after. I was like, yikes.
Like, what was their goal with that?
Eugenics. Probably.
Yeah, dude.
Not good stuff.
Yeah.
I do think sometimes people have a malicious goal in mind, and that could have been it.
Yeah.
That could have been an example of that.
Yeah.
It feels like more than an oversight. And also, regardless of if it was intentional or not, creepy ad.
It was creepy.
I didn't like it. It was heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, there was that one like bathwater ad that she did too. That was kind of, and I think maybe that's why they were going that route. Maybe because like her bathwater. Remember when she was selling her bathwater?
I remember seeing something about that.
It like went viral for a second, and maybe they like wanted to hop on that and like take her, and maybe like thought something else would go viral with her like ad.
Probably.
I don't know, but then it just got creepy.
Yeah, it was Creep City. Yeah, back to the good stuff.
Who knows?
Cat's Eye.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, that was great.
Yes.
Highly recommend watching if you haven't.
If you are a queer woman or you're attracted, if you were any person and you were ever questioning if you are attracted to women, just go watch that commercial.
Literally.
I've seen all the TikToks of people like remaking the dancing, and it's like to the sound of Regina George's like little sister like dancing.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Like, hi.
I love that. Wait, that's so
cute.
good. We should do it.
No, we should I would love to learn that dance.
Yeah, it was sick.
I think it'd be really hard, but I could do it.
Yeah, we can figure out a version that works for us.
Yeah, totally.
I feel really lucky also in the field we've chosen, and also the specialty we've chosen from a decentering men standpoint, because we don't work with any cis male. That's not coming from a discriminatory place with hiring. That's because cis male practitioners don't tend to treat pelvic floor full time. And whether that is partly that's probably lack of interest, and partly because pelvic floor patients are largely cis females and they prefer female providers as well. So the demand is a little bit lower, but we're evening the playing field. We're working on evening the playing field when it comes to treating all genders for sure. It's still a little bit of a process. And getting practitioners on board hasn't fully happened yet. Or if like a cis male is treating pelvic floor, they're probably working in an orthopedic clinic and they see like a couple patients a week. So they're not like going to a specialty practice like we have here. So we don't interact with many cis men is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
In our career.
No.
We don't really answer to them. We don't like work alongside them. So I feel it made it an easy environment to start to like decenter as well, because you're not like kissing up to a dude all the time.
Yeah. And like, I love that you said that too. And we shouldn't be ashamed to say that, because healthcare and the field we work in is historically centered around men.
Yeah.
And that goes to research, which we say all the time. And just look at women's health in general.
Based off of male studies.
And all of our common like diagnoses that are just dismissed over and over again because it's not a male diagnosis or someone with a penis that has it. Like we're thinking of like decentering men in a perspective of like how people are viewing it in social media and like pop culture right now and like relationships. But like we can really dial this back to, or dial this in to healthcare as a whole.
Absolutely. And then when it comes from the patient perspective too, decentering men is, we've seen this a million times on a million TV shows, like assuming a man is a doctor and a woman's a nurse. Like there's these mindsets around healthcare and authority and who has the best opinion in healthcare that are all centering men still, cis men in this field.
Like the only time I ever hear of women not wanting a male doctor, well, the group of people that like I'm around, they're all like, give me the women. But,
right.
Like,
yeah. Everyone we know wants a femme doctor.
It is most common that people are only wanting a OB or gynecologist that is a woman mainly. Any other field, I've never heard talk of like, oh, I want a female doctor.
Yeah. Except for us.
We're like, give me them all.
I'm like, oh, you want me to go to a man for that? That's crazy. Why would I trust a man with my brain? That's insane. You know what? Okay, this is no shade to anyone. Therapy's amazing. Go to who you want to. But when I have a friend that tells me they see a cis male therapist and it's a woman telling me that, something internally is like,
it is weird.
How could you do that to yourself?
Yeah, well, fair.
Yeah, but I know that they're good too. I'm not shitting on them.
No, they exist, right?
Yeah.
We our men that we love them.
They exist, but something is not right about that.
Like I'm telling you, with my partner, I'm like all the time. I'm just like, I just can't believe you exist. Like this is just wild to me. Like I can't believe your brain thinks like that.
We love Austin. He's great.
But let's zone it back into patients, because we see this all the time in pelvic floor PT. All the time, I hear, oh, like. Joking postpartum patients like, well, like I'm not ready to have sex, but like I know that he needs it.
Right.
You hear that all the time, right? Or like, yeah, like I better like get this fixed so that like my like husband can have like that again or whatever.
Well, that's a good point, because we're getting into people pleasing territory, and that comes from a patriarchal mindset too.
Yeah.
It is. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the wanting to feel like tighter for their partner is something I've experienced with a few patients, and like I wish it was less common than it is for people to say that, because it's a great opportunity to educate on what's normal and not normal, common versus not common, and how we can actually help in that scenario. But it's like a sad thing that happens.
Yeah, and there's other aspects to intimacy other than like you being tight.
Totally.
We've talked about it so many times, like your mental going into sex really matters.
Also, you don't want to be tight.
Yeah.
If you're tight, that means you're probably not turned on enough.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's a him issue, I would say.
Yeah, dude. For real.
Yeah, you should decenter that man, actually.
Decentering men, but also just like instead of being like, what can I do for my body so that he has more pleasure? Like because that's a common thing that we see in pelvic floor. It's like, I want to do this for me so that he can feel good. What can you do for you so that you feel good? If you're coming to pelvic floor PT because you're going to feel good, you want to have better orgasms, you want to have more enjoyable sex, you want to stop leaking, you don't want to have pain, come see me. Don't be like, my partner needs to feel good. Like, no.
Yeah.
This is for you, honey.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Literally.
That's it.
I just laughed because I've been saying, yeah, a lot lately.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been doing the like vocal fry, yeah.
You're off your like thing.
I've been trying to calm it down. I have this hum thing where I go when there's like an awkward silence.
She was doing it crazy for a minute this summer.
Really?
You were?
Maybe it's because I was stressed.
I didn't want to. No, it was like back in like May. Yeah, maybe it was from stress. So it was like when we were traveling a lot, and then it was like beginning of June. But it was funny because I didn't want to be like, I didn't want to say it because sometimes when you say something,
please
if you
tell
bring
me.
something to someone's attention, then they like hyper focus on it. I didn't want you to freak out about it.
No.
And then you said that like Austin mentioned it too because I mentioned it, and then you were like, yeah, Austin mentioned that too, and I was like, okay, it's not just me noticing it. That's
and then
different.
I told Hannah, my other coworker Hannah, and she was like, "Dude, you do that all the fucking time," and now I do it. And I was like, "Shit!" And then I asked my friend Laura, who I don't spend the time with like anymore. Like, well, we spend the time with each other, but
who I actually fucking hate and don't hang out with.
no, I mean like we were college roommates was when we were spending time together. Now we live in different states, so I see her like twice a year. But I told her that I was on the phone with her and she was like, yeah, you fucking do that all the time. I'm like, this dates back to my undergrad.
Oh
like,
my God.
That's terrifying.
That's funny. I didn't notice that about you last year.
Weird.
Maybe you were off it for a bit.
Maybe you were just like wanting to like really impress me and you were like more worried about like us and our friendship early days and you're just like, oh, she's so cool, like nothing she can do is wrong.
Probably.
That's probably what you're thinking.
Yeah, probably. I wish it was still like that. Do you guys want to know why we're recording on a Monday night?
Oh my God.
Real quick, story time and then we'll hang up. Then we'll go to dinner.
Yeah.
We got here Saturday and we both thought the other person was mad at the other person for literally no reason other than we didn't talk about it.
And then proceeded to film the worst episode known to man. And then we just had to stop.
We stopped and cried and like talked it out. And then we were like, we're going to try this again on Monday.
And then we did better.
And then we were fine. Tonight's been good.
Gosh.
Burn the episode.
And that's why communication's important.
That's why communication's important. But you know what? I would have never gotten this far in a podcast with a man.
With a man, never.
Also, men shouldn't have podcasts.
What'd you say?
Men shouldn't have podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That, I mean,
I actually feel bad for all the Swifties out there because they had to watch a man's podcast to hear about her album, and that's just tragic.
Yeah, dude. That's the Travis Kelce thing.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even know Travis Kelce had a podcast with his brother.
I didn't either.
And yeah, I come to learn that he had it even before he dated Taylor Swift.
Wow.
I just didn't know he existed before he dated Taylor Swift.
No one did.
If I'm being honest.
No one did unless they're actual football fans, which I'm not.
Not me.
I'm not. I don't care. And then there's always those trolls, cis men in the comments that are like, Travis Kelce's bigger than Taylor Swift. And I'm like, shut up, dude. No, he's not.
Yeah.
No, he is not. She is carrying that man on her shoulders.
I'll watch a football game, but it's mostly for the snacks.
Yeah.
And to be comfy and because I love fall.
I will not watch a football game, but I will be in an area where some people are watching a football game.
And try not to get triggered by it.
Every once in a while and try not to get triggered by it.
Yeah.
And I will go to a sporting event for like just about any sport. I think they're fun. And I love nachos.
Oh, nachos, yeah.
Yeah.
Meatballs, pigs in a blanket, buffalo chicken dip.
Pigs in blankets, one of the best foods. And I overdid it once and threw up and I haven't had them since.
I know this about you. Why do I know this fact?
It was New Year's Eve. It was the first time.
No, I know this whole story.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You must talk about it a lot.
I guess I do. Because you know why? Because I didn't puke for like years before that. And I talked about it that day, how it's been years since I puked. And then I ate too many pigs in a blanket.
Yeah, I think there's two reasons why it comes up. One, I eat corn dogs a lot.
Yeah.
And it's my depression food. And we know this. And then two, we probably talk about like when's the last time we threw up with drinking.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's something about us.
Anyways, guys. Football. I'm decentering men. I don't need it.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I don't need it. I'll do the snacks though.
I'll play football. It's fun to play.
Okay.
I could throw the ball around.
Me too.
Yeah. Should we make a team?
Dude, I have too many teams.
We can't have that team.
You have like 5 book clubs.
Yeah, and I want to do another sport this fall. But probably not football. I'm probably leaning towards indoor pickleball.
Okay, yeah, do that with you easy.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
All right, guys. Make sure you're following us on social media at The Pelvic Freak Show.
Go buy our merch. Leave us a comment. Leave us a rating.
Please leave us a rating.
Comment on this episode. What should they comment?
In what way have you decentered men from your life?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. We'll prompt you guys on Instagram too. In what way have you decentered men?
Yes, I love
And you
this.
better have an example.
And if we get some good submissions, we'll read them on our next episode.
Dude, honestly, next Pelvic Freak story time,
Yes.
Decentering Men.
I love that.
We have a Pelvic Freak story time coming up. We have another Pelvic Freak. We're going to be talking about like anxious pelvic floor things and PT school things. That's going to be fun.
That'll be a fun one.
Okay, guys.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. See ya, Pelvic Freaks.
Bye.